مشاهدينا مرحبا بكم في حوارات السياق. بعد توارد أنباء متضاربة عن الحالة الصحية المتردية للمرشد الأعلى الإيراني علي خامنئي، بدأت التكهنات والتساؤلات حول سيناريو الأحداث الذي قد تسلكه البلاد بعد رحيله. عموما حول هذا الملف ينضم إلينا دكتور فرهاد رضائي، الباحث في مركز سينو للأبحاث في نيويورك. دكتور فرهاد، مرحبا بك معنا.
Thank you for having me.
دكتور، تقارير كثيرة تتحدث عن تردي الحالة الصحية لخامنئي وربما وفاة الرجل. ما الذي نعرفه حتى الآن؟
Yes, there are reports and indications that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is not in a good shape. Apparently, his health condition has worsened. And his office canceled some of his scheduled meetings, including meeting with members of the Assembly of Experts, a council that is in charge of appointing the supreme leader. But the problem with his health is not something new. It's been almost 20 years that Khamenei has been undergoing treatment for prostate cancer. And over time, his health condition worsened, but then nothing happened. And he came back to his office and he continued his brutal rule. Could this time be different? Maybe, but we have to wait and see.
باعتقادك هل يمكن أن يتكتم النظام عن خبر وفاته حتى إعلانه في موعد مناسب لهم؟
It's quite possible, but let's not forget that such tactics have been used by other tyrants in the past. It was so common in the former Soviet Union to hide the death of a political leader for a while. So I won't be surprised if the Iranian regime hides the death of Khamenei. This will give them enough time to prepare his successor or to prepare for potential unrest. Another plausible scenario is that he's not dead or badly sick, but the regime plays all of these games to test the public reaction to his possible passing. In any case, time will tell us what exactly happened.
طيب، ما هي انعكاسات وفاة خامنئي المحتملة على مستقبل إيران؟
Well, first of all, I need to mention some background of how Khamenei ruled during these 30 years in Iran, and with that, after that, we can say what is going to happen after Khamenei's passing. So during all of these years of his rule, he tried to build a system of dictatorship in Iran based on the rule of Vilayat Faqih. I know that this system was built, and this doctrine of Vilayat Faqih was primarily coined by Ayatollah Khomeini. But what Ayatollah Khamenei did was the expansion of the doctrine of Vilayat Faqih, turning it into Vilayat Mutlaqi Faqih. It means the absolute rule of cleric. So he created the system was already a dictatorship, but he turned it into a frightening system. And he almost eliminated all of his political opponents. He sidelined all of the senior politicians close to Ayatollah Khomeini, the founding father of the Islamic Revolution. A concept that later became known as the de-Khomeinification of Iranian politics. So he sidelined the powerful politicians like Ayatollah Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani, and also Khomeini's son death was also, sort of, it was like many observers actually thought that it was killed by the order of Ayatollah Khamenei. His passing circumstance was unknown to public, but it was the notion that Khamenei sidelined him because he became vocal and critic of Ayatollah Khamenei, so he got rid of him. So he built this tyrannical system, and he almost eliminated all of his political opponents, and he tried to isolate Iran from the rest of the world, a tactic that was used by some other tyrannical systems like the North Korean system. And also he tried to build nuclear weapon. And this move was really important in the sense that in case he wanted to replace his son as his successor, then this could help the regime to threaten the free world in case they wanted to criticize this move. And so he did all of these moves with the hope that he can build a permanent dictatorship in Iran. And to build this regime, this dictatorship regime without end, these moves were critical. And so he did all these. Of course, he was not successful in all of these moves. For example, he could not entirely eliminate all of his opponents. He wasn't so successful in dehumanization because they are still out there. They are still vocal against Ayatollah Khamenei. And in many cases, actually, he had to make some unwelcome compromises. So they are still there. And in case he wants to replace his son as successor, we should expect political fight between his faction and the faction who are, the so-called followers of Ayatollah Khomeini. So this would not be something easy. I mean, if this is Ayatollah Khamenei's plan to make his son as successor, I don't think it would be easy. Of course, we know that the security system, the Revolutionary Guards, are supporters of Mujtaba, his son. His son has full control over the security organs of the regime. But still, as I mentioned, the followers of Ayatollah Khomeini, which are the political opponents of Ayatollah Khamenei, they are still there. They have support of the Iranian population. And I don't really think that this would be easy. I understand that we have to wait and see what is going to happen. But I don't think it would be easy. I at least expect a sort of a political battle between the two sides.
أفهم من كلامك أن خريطة خلافة خامنئي غير واضحة المعالم. ليس هناك من مرشحين بارزين.
I agree to some extent. And what we know so far, and it's based on the indication, is that Ayatollah Khamenei has planned to groom his son as his successor. And there are indications for this. For example, the website of the Qom Seminary promoted Mujtaba Khamenei as Ayatollah, which is a high rank in the Shiite clerical hierarchy, promoted him to Ayatollah from Hujjatul Islam, which is a lower rank, overnight. This happened to Ayatollah Khamenei himself. He was not a grand Ayatollah. He was not as legitimate and charismatic as Ayatollah Khomeini, but he was promoted to this position. And now they are doing it to his son, Mujtaba Khamenei. So he was promoted to Ayatollah. And according to observers, this is one indication that they want to prepare him for the leadership to succeed Ayatollah Khamenei. And also there were some Friday prayers who mentioned that, okay, what would be wrong if Mujtaba Khamenei going to succeed Ayatollah Khamenei? There would be nothing wrong with this move because Mujtaba, I mean, I'm quoting them, because Mujtaba has merits. He is Ayatollah. He has experience. He has, studied in Qom for a long time, and now he is ready. But again, this would not be an easy move. And not to mention that Mujtaba Khamenei is not popular among the Iranians, because of his role in the crackdown against the protesters, especially in 2008 and 2009, and the crackdown against the Green movement. So because of that, he is not popular. And there is a famous slogan actually about Mujtaba, saying that Mujtaba, die. May you will never see the supreme leadership. So this is a popular slogan in Iran. And again, I don't really think that this would be an easy move. What we know so far, Mujtaba is somehow promoted to this. He is promoted to succeed Khamenei, but again, I don't really see that this would be an easy move.
كنت ذكرت أن الانتقال لن يكون سلسا. تعتقد أن الحرس الثوري قد يتدخل في اختيار المرشد المقبل؟
Well, definitely. Revolutionary Guards is in charge of everything. They have power, they have money, and they have political power, they have gun. I mean, they are in full control of the government. If you ask me, my personal opinion is that clerics are not in charge. It's the Revolutionary Guards that is the main mover and shaker in the country. It's not Ayatollah Khamenei. So I believe the Revolutionary Guards would do its best, and other security organs as well. They will do their best to replace Mujtaba with his father. I mean, yeah, they will do their best, but I mean, honestly, I don't see this an easy move.
ما تأثير ذلك على تركيبة السلطة في إيران؟ هل سنشهد مثلا صراع أجنحة؟
There would be definitely a political confrontation. And as I mentioned earlier, this political confrontation would be between the Khamenei faction, including Revolutionary Guards and other conservatives and security forces, against the so-called followers of Ayatollah Khomeini, people like Mir Hossein Mousavi, who is still in house arrest by Ayatollah Khamenei. And he is not alone. There are some other influenced political figures in Iran who are opposing it, and that's including the people who are in power now. Of course, their power is limited, but they have the support of the people. They have the support of the population. And I expect a political fight between these two factions.
هذا داخلياً. ماذا عن خارجياً؟ غياب خامنئي كيف سيؤثر على الملفات الخارجية الرئيسية مثل الملف النووي الإيراني والميليشيات في المنطقة؟
First of all, I need to emphasize that Khamenei is not the only one who is in charge. Again, as I just mentioned earlier, to me, it's just the Revolutionary Guards who makes the final decision, but it's not Khamenei. If I want to put it in a different way, Khamenei is just like the hostage of the Revolutionary Guards. And it's the Revolutionary Guards who makes decision about the internal politics, about foreign policy, about regional policies, and also about the nuclear program. I don't really see any dramatic change, a dramatic shift in Iran's politics after the passing of Ayatollah Khamenei. Iran's regional policies remain intact. The Revolutionary Guards would still interfere in the affairs of regional countries. It would sponsor terrorism in the Middle East. It would continue with its anti-Americanism and anti-Israel policy. It would continue supporting Hezbollah and Hashd al-Sha'bi and other terror groups, including Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad and others. So I don't see any dramatic shift after the passing of Ayatollah Khamenei.
باعتقادك هل سيقبل الإيرانيون بسهولة ابن خامنئي خليفة لوالده في المنصب؟
I don't think so. If it's Mujtaba Khamenei, I don't really think that he would be accepted easily by the Iranian people. As I said, his image is tarnished. His image among the Iranian people is very ugly because of his role in the crackdown of the Green movement. in 2009, which resulted in killing of thousands of Iranian people, and several thousand people were injured. And for that, Mujtaba is not a good nominee. And I don't really think that people would stay calm. If that's the case, if the Revolutionary Guard, security forces, and Ayatollah Khamenei insist on nominating Mujtaba, then I expect sort of political unrest, a nationwide political unrest. People would not stay calm, and we should expect a sort of demonstration.
دكتور فرهاد رضائي، شكرا جزيلا لك للمشاركة معنا في حوارات السياق.
Thank you very much.
مشاهدينا، شكرا على طيب المتابعة. إلى الملتقى.